All right, quick one for you today. Nutrition is the base of the pyramid that Greg Glassman put out of the theoretical development of an athlete, or the hierarchy of the development of an athlete. And he put nutrition at the foundation. And the CrossFit prescription for nutrition is eat meats and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, and no sugar. Eat in quantities that support exercise but not excess body fat. And without getting into the weeds on that, why is it the foundation? It's how you fuel your body. It's literally how your body derives the energy you're going to use to do not only exercise but everyday activities and tasks. And it's going to largely determine your body composition if that's part of your goal. And there's no way around that. Calories. If you're eating too many calories, you're going to gain weight. If you're under eating calories, you're going to lose weight. And do certain foods or macronutrients maybe have an effect on hormones and things like that? Minimal. What has a bigger effect as far as the kinds of food you're eating is how easy it is to overeat. So highly processed foods are going to be easier to overeat. That's why the prescription is meats and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar, which really, sugar it doesn't mean no sugar as in like natural sugars. It means sugars that would come through processed foods primarily, and sweets and sugar sweetened beverages, things like that. Because the food and beverage industry, regardless of what the marketing on the package says at Whole Foods or wherever, or in the healthy section, organic, their purpose is not to help you fuel your body in a healthy way. It's to sell more product, which means they want you to overeat it. So they make it highly palatable and easy to overeat. So what does this all mean? Why is it at the base of the pyramid for your development as an athlete, or just in your overall health? It's like, putting bad fuel in a car and then taking it to the mechanic and say, why is my car not running well? The first thing they're going to say is, well, you got to put good fuel in it first, and then we can take a look at some of the other things. So people come to us in the gym all the time and, hey, I want to get strong. Why am I not getting stronger? The first thing we're going to look at is nutrition and recovery, sleep, because that's when your body actually repairs itself and builds muscle and adapts. So it's the first thing to look at. People don't like to think about that. We want it to be something in training. I just need to do more, whatever, or add in zone 2 or whatever it is. And some of those things could be true. You can definitely adjust your training, and there's things to do there. But if you're not first taking a look at your nutrition and dialing it in, and your recovery, it's like the same thing as if we just took it to a training analogy. If I were to say, hey, I want to back squat 400 pounds, the first thing that a good coach would do is say, well, let me look at your air squat. Same thing. If your goal is body fat loss, gain muscle, a certain weight, a certain performance goal, overall health, first thing we're going to look at is the base of the pyramid. Always go back to the basics. Always go back to nutrition as the foundation. Those are the big rocks you need to get in place first, then you stack the smaller ones on top of it. Okay, that's all. Car rider line's moving. Bye.